Do you ever think of how you talk to yourself when things don't go the way you wanted them to go? When you don't stick to the plan, when you are not as productive as you would like to be, how do you talk to yourself? Because I'll tell you how I talk to myself. It's quite unkind. If I look at myself from a third person perspective, I would tell myself, and the advice I would give to myself is that you are horrible to yourself. I sometimes verbally abuse myself. I blame myself for things that maybe were not even in my control. I have very high standards for myself, and when I don't meet those high standards, I start to feel guilty and I start to feel like I'm not doing enough or I'm not good enough. And I tend to operate in extremes. It's either I'm the best or I'm him or I'm absolutely horrible or I haven't done anything or I haven't accomplished anything. Whereas in reality, life isn't really like that. Life isn't so black and white. And that's what I want to talk about today is that I think it's because of the fact that I'm not able to acknowledge when I'm not feeling okay. And I just want to tell you that it is okay to not feel okay at times. It is especially hard to be the best version of yourself every single day because of the world that we live in. I try to stay away from social media and news as much as I can despite being a content creator, despite it sort of being my job, because of the fact that so much information can be all consuming, and when you consume the wrong kind of information at the start of your day, it can really send you down negative spirals. And that's kind of what happened to me today. If I'm being so honest, I didn't do everything that I said I would do for my startup, for my business. I didn't do all of the tasks. And that's okay at times, because when we're not feeling okay, it's good to negotiate with ourselves and still do the bare minimum, still meet a certain level of standard instead of trying to go 100%. Because the truth is, we're not always going to feel 100% every single day. Honestly speaking, I didn't even want to film this YouTube video today. I feel tired, I feel exhausted, it's the end of the week. I just want to sort of take a nap and maybe just watch something and kind of just escape reality for a bit. But I know that I wouldn't feel the best about myself tomorrow, so I'm still sticking to my promise and recording this video. And at the same time, I also acknowledge that I'm not feeling my best today. I am low energy despite getting 7.5 hours of sleep. I just don't feel that great today, and that's okay. Instead of beating myself up over it, instead of sitting in front of my computer and not really getting any work done, I can choose to rest and I can choose to decide how to spend my energy in the hours to come, in the days to come, and evaluate where I'm at right now. Because not every single second of your life is meant to be productive. Not every single second of your life is meant to be taking you forward, making you grow. Because the truth about growing as an individual is that there will be a lot of days where you feel like you're not making any progress, where you don't feel like your best, where you don't want to get out of bed, where you just want to say, I don't care about anything, I just want to sort of escape reality. I have a lot of those days as well. But on those days, we have to negotiate with ourselves and tell ourselves that, okay, I understand that I'm not feeling the best, but I will still show up for myself. If not for anybody else, if not for my business, I will still show up for myself because I love myself and I respect myself and I want to do the best by myself. And that can be incredibly hard to do, and that's why we spiral off into negative self-talk and pay attention to thoughts that don't really serve us because of the way we're feeling. But sometimes it's okay to take a step back and maybe not get as much done, but focus on yourself. Try to help yourself be better for the next day or for the next hours to come. Sometimes it's okay to make a matcha for yourself and just chill out for a second, because that's what you need. By the way, I've recently got into drinking matcha and I absolutely love it. I highly recommend you guys check matcha out too if you haven't already. The cycle of self-hatred because of you thinking that you're not achieving your full potential, or you thinking that you're not getting enough done in a day, or you comparing yourself to somebody else on social media is ultimately not good for you. You're not being kind to yourself and you're not letting the healing process that you need to go through happen in order for you to be your best version. This is something I struggle with a lot because, like I said earlier, I have very high standards for myself and I expect myself to hit those high standards every single day. But honestly speaking, I don't hit my high standards every single day because it's just kind of unreasonable to do that, to be the best version of yourself every single day. It is what we strive to be, but that doesn't mean that that always happens, and that's okay. Slowing down doesn't always mean that you're slowing down your growth. In fact, sometimes slowing down and acknowledging when you're not feeling your best, acknowledging when you're not at high energy is probably one of the best things you can do, and it takes a certain level of self-awareness to do that. Because it's easy to ignore these feelings and just keep on pushing and pushing and pushing until you just can't take it anymore and you crash. And this has happened to me so many times where I just bottle up my emotions and I sideline them because I need to get work done, or I need to grow, or I need to increase my social media following. But all of that just builds up and I just end up breaking down. So I think working hard and growing is certainly very important to become the best version of yourself, to self-actualize. But it all needs to happen with moderation and also with the acknowledgement that it won't happen overnight. If you're not feeling like yourself today, maybe take a little bit of time to spend time doing things that energize you, spend time talking to people who you love, and just rest a little bit, sleep a little bit longer, and be kind to yourself because you deserve it. Remember, fellas, it is okay to not feel okay. Sometimes we all go through bad periods, but we do emerge stronger. So keep fighting, keep going, and I'll see you tomorrow.